First of all, optimizing your website. Now, understanding that in every website you need to make your website fast. I need to make your website noticeable, right? Those are the two major things you have to look out for. Making your website noticeable, making your website noticeable, and making your website fast. So usually people will say that to make your website fast or make your website noticeable, you should install two what's it called, things. Install two plugins rather. A plugin that will help you minimize or reduce the sizes of your images that comes in, or sometimes there are some plugins that will, or there are some plugins per se that will actually take out all the images out of your website, just make it very light so that it will be faster. So I'm just going to show you two plugins, if you guys, two plugins to use, maybe depending on what you want to do, per se, just to reduce the size of your images. You don't need to do it. This one is just like what's it called, extra information, but it's actually very important just to make your website fast. I'm going to add new so that we see it. Or do I even have it? Okay, I don't have it here. There's one is called the Smush, right? One is called the Smush. It's SMUSH. That then here is the plugin here. This is the plugin at this place here. So you can install it. It will help you reduce the sizes, right, of your images that come in every single time. It has a pro version, okay, but the basic version is actually what you need. The pro version is maybe when you have a lot of images on your website, and that's where then you may have a problem when it comes to reducing the sizes per time, or reducing all of them at the same time. But if you are just starting, or if you are not just starting, you can actually use the Smush plugin to reduce and to optimize the images on your website. You can read on it later. I just want to show you and tell you about it. So this one is actually a very, very good plugin to use for that. The other one, and I think is actually a very popular one that everybody knows, is the Jetpack. Jetpack is actually good. I personally do not really like it because it has some annoying features that can hinder some of your work, but it's actually a very, very great tool to use. Now, the Jetpack, I have it installed on this particular website at the moment right now because I need it because I'm using WooCommerce. If you are using WooCommerce, Jetpack, I think Jetpack is actually a required plugin, especially when you're using WooCommerce now, because it's the same company that created it. Jetpack and WooCommerce, they're the same company. I think it's Automatic. Yeah, Automatic, that's the name. Yeah, they were the same company that created it. So anytime you use WooCommerce, you must use Jetpack. I know you guys know that you can use WooCommerce on your phones, right? You can add a product on your phones. It's very easy. It has an app. It's on the Play Store and also on the Apple Store. So on the App Store. So you can go ahead and check it out if you are using WooCommerce. So if you are using WooCommerce, you must have Jetpack installed on your website, right? So you can play around with it. I have it installed on my website because I have WooCommerce. This is a e-commerce website, so I need Jetpack running. It's very flexible. You can use for multiple things, actually, not just reducing the size of your websites, of your images, but for security, for performance. It helps with marketing, right? It helps with different other things all in one. It's a very heavy plugin, but it's a very effective plugin at that. Still on that, so it's actually a good plugin. I do recommend it, especially when it comes to optimizing your website for speed. Now, that is optimizing, excuse me, that's optimizing your website for speed. Optimizing your website for SEOs, for search engines, comes in when you are writing, uploading images, and doing a lot of things. Now, please note, when you are uploading images, right? When you are uploading any image, you saw me when I wanted to upload an image. You saw me when I wanted to upload an image right now, and a random name came up. I intentionally gave it a different name. I just added the word Hans-Bello to the name. I didn't even spell the Hans-Bello well, sir. But it's important you add this. What you're doing, what I did right here, right now, is to tell the system, to tell the website that, okay, wow. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you can now.
Yeah. Okay, good. Sorry. My network decided to, okay. You saw me when I was trying to upload this particular image, right? I added the word handstill.com. Now, although I didn't spell the handstill very well, L is missing. It's very important you do this constantly, because what I'm adding this image into the website, so it's every single time Google or other search engines, right? They have a bot that crawls through websites or through searches per se. So now every single time that maybe somebody is searching the e-commerce store that has to do with merch or something, or since I have been indexed by that's another topic entirely anyways. Since I have been indexed by Google as an e-commerce store, so when somebody searches an e-commerce store for hoodie and the rest, or searches for handsteals.com, or search for gospel clothing, that kind of things, right? This image will be among the few images that pops up. Why? Because I have linked it and I have identified it with Handstill, right? And now, same thing I did with other images on my platform. I made sure and I tried my possible best to link them or give them a particular name that has to do with Handstill. Now, all these images that are here are the demo images, which I will remove. Right? But if you check other images that are on my website that are related to mine, that are my product, rather, you can see trymehandstill.com, trymehandstill.com, Sam's, whatever, handstill.com, product, handstill.com, this one, handstill.com, blah, 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 like that. So you have to be literally intentional about it, right? That is one way of actually adding images, and even the names. You can see the names here, Hans-Bello.com. There's the name itself, then there's the name of the product, the name of the image itself, right? Then there's the name of the product. Both are different things. There's the alt. Let me try and even add an image. Let me try and add a new image so that we see it. So it's a bit more practical than what's it called, theory. Anytime you're adding an image, any single time you're adding an image, and let me use a random image at the moment. Okay. And then try my write-up. Okay, I'm gonna upload this one, Shine On. But before I upload this, I'm going to change it. I'm going to rename it to Shine On. Give it a little bit of dash. Then I'm going to mention handstill.com. It is very important. I'm going to upload it. Now, immediately you upload, it might just upload into the system itself. And okay, looks like it's quite heavy. Right, it's done, but it's not identified. Alright, it has uploaded. Now you see that it has uploaded here, so I can easily edit it through another medium, or yeah, I'm going to edit it here. But every single time you want to upload an image or anything in that nature, please add an alternative text to it. Add an alternative text to it, and add it. Add your website name or something about your website. Add it to your website name on the alternative tag. That's the alternative text, and also add a description to it. Add a description to it as well. Control A. This is just the alternative. I'm going to add the description. I'm going to add it same thing to the description as well. So this is actually very important for SEO purposes. Also, let me update it. Also, when you are creating your blog post, all right, let me go to blog post. Sometimes this one says blog post, sometimes it just says post, right? So it depends on what you have in mind. When you are creating a new blog post, right, please be intentional about how you structure your post, right? And I'm going to recommend one plugin for you guys especially when you're doing your blogging. When you're doing your blogging, there are two plugins you can use for this. I have a pro version, but I'm going to recommend just one for you because I think it's a little bit more user friendly per se. Every time you want to create a blog and you begin to tell your Javajanti story here, no matter what the story is, or no matter what you write, please be intentional about keywords. Be intentional about how you relay your message, because the way you relay your message will translate to whether it will be indexed or it will be picked up by Google and shared to other people. So I don't want to go too deep on SEOs because that's literally another ball game entirely, and another full class. That one you have to pay for it. That one is very, very it's a money maker on its own, right? So be intentional about writing your post, right? The keywords you use. Then please come to this post side and make sure you have a featured image. I'm saying this again. Make sure you have a featured image. Make sure you have something on your exact. Or I don't know how to actually pronounce it till today. Make sure you have something here. Make sure you have something here. It's actually very, very important. Very, very important. Create tags. Create tags. Tags are like keywords, right? Tags are like keywords to about the blog post. Make sure you have keywords. Make sure you have keywords. It's very, very important, right? Categories, you can add that if you want. So if you add that if you desire, is actually as well important as well. It's important as well. But always add a tag, always add a featured image that has an alt, and it has a description. Always be intentional about all these things. It's very, 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 very important. Very, very important when it comes to indexing and your site being seen on Google. It's one thing to be always active or posting blog posts. It's one thing to always do that. It's another thing to be always is another thing to structure your posts the right way to get views. Okay, if you just keep posting right anyhow, you may get views, but you may not really get the what you require per se. It's all like I said before. It all starts from what your niche is. If you are blogging about your niche, that's one thing, right? Then that's one step rather. Then structuring your blog post the right way, using keywords, using a particular tone to share your ideas and the rest. That's the second thing. That's the second step. Another step is using tags, using feature images with alt descriptions and informations thereabout, right? And structuring it is the best way to actually succeed. Once you do that, you have a higher chance of being viewed on Google, especially when somebody search something that related to that particular nature. I'm going to give you guys a cheat code when it comes to searching, when it comes to writing articles. I'm going to give you a cheat code. Please, somebody should remind me when I'm done explaining. When I finish, what's it called, showing you the plugin. Immediately I finish showing you the plugin, please remind me so that I don't forget. So when you're doing, you finish doing your blog post, you can actually publish here. Then you go. I'm not going to publish this because I don't need this at the moment. So that is all for this. I'm going to go back, leave. Right now, let me show you the plugin. That this plugin will just help you it does guide you through it will guide you through writing your blog post. It will just guide you through it, right? It won't magically help you get a particular amount of views per time. It won't, right? But to help you it will guide you through writing a perfect and good article. Now the name, there are two of them. I think they will actually show, both of them will show up. Rank, is it rank or rant? It's rank math. Yeah. Okay. Just spell it well. Rank math. Good. Now, this is my preferred option when it comes to blog post writing. Rank Math SEO. I don't have it installed, but because this is an e-commerce store and I don't blog on this particular website. But all my other websites that I blog, right? I use this as a guide. I do not use it because I'm sure that this thing will rank to the top of it. It helps me, it guides me through the process so that I get good articles out there, right? Let me install it so that you guys will see how it looks like. But I'm not going to do anything on it per se. I'm not going to do anything on it. Install, activate rather. Okay. Good. Create an account if you want. Should I create an account? I already do have an account. Let me see. I do have an account right now. Just trying to check it out so it will run through. I think I've forgotten my password actually. I have to remember it. Okay, it hasn't. Okay, it hasn't. This is a new account. Wow. All right, no problem. Okay. Now you can just select exactly what type of writer you are. Whether it's easy or advanced. Easy is for websites where you want to only change the basics and let Rank Math do the most of the heavy lifting, right? While advanced is more like you're telling the website, they're telling Rank Math that you already know what you are doing, but you don't need them to do some little bit of guide per se. But since most of us are still new when it comes to SEOs, I'll prefer everybody use easy and get working from there, or get the process and continue the startup process from there. You can see there are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 easy steps to get ready. It's very user friendly, and I think and I believe nobody will have issues using it. Immediately you install it and you get it running, or you activate the wizard, right? You should immediately activate the wizard. You should see it beside your blog post most of the time, so you shouldn't have problem with it at all. So play around with it. I wouldn't, since I'm just recommending it, I'm not going to go deep into it because it's not required at the moment. Let me go back, skip this process because I don't need it. So yeah, that's one very important plugin for your blog post. So I'm gonna send the name in. I'm gonna send the name in so that you guys will see it. Or let me just send it right now. Let me send it right now so that I do not forget. We love the group chat. Okay, rank math. That's the plugin. Install it on if you want to, if you are using you'll be blogging, and follow there. So I think that's all for optimization. Wow, I've not done creating accounts. Okay, let me do this. Let me do DPRG. Let me do GDPR first. It will be before I do creating an account. Let me do this. Now, I will just Google it so that you guys will see what it is. GDPR. GDPR just means general data protection regulation. Now it's simple, and it just says that every single time that someone comes to your website, or let me just brush through it per se. Every single time someone comes to your website and their information is required, maybe they're trying to get a comment, they're trying to write a comment or something, or if you have an e-commerce store and they are going to sign in, or they're going to place something on your website, maybe their email address or their name, or they need a password or something. Any information that a user, right, places into your particular website, it is required for you to actually tell them before they insert all that information, and that's what the GDPR is all about. It's all about telling people and notifying people that they're going to store some kind of funny cookies on their website. They're going to store some kind of information on their website. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but sometimes you just ignore it or say, you just don't care that it's there. A lot of websites actually show that or give you that information, or they show you that, okay, hello, you're about to check this website. Note, you check this website, some cookies will be saved on your browser. Sometimes we don't care about it. We just click on accept for self. Sometimes we don't even click on. So we don't even know what it is. But that is exactly what the GDPR is all about. So please, everybody should have. Excuse me, sorry. Everybody's website should comply with GDPR, especially if you have clients or you have clients in the UK, in the US. If you are in Nigeria, Nigeria has also started implementing it. They are calling theirs NDPR. It should be implemented before the end of this year. It should be fully implemented before the end of this year. So always keep that in mind and have your websites complying to that. Let me check. Okay, because I'm in Nigeria and all my clients are Nigerians, I do not use a plugin to help me regulate that because we're in Nigeria and I don't care about people in UK at the moment in time. This particular website actually does not care about people in UK and the rest, but all my other websites I have all my other websites that have affiliations with other people around the world, right? I use a particular plugin to actually help me. You can create the system yourself, but this plugin does help you notify people that, okay, hello, there are plugins installed here, so please take note of that. So all you have to do is to come to plugins and search GDPR, right? You will see plenty of them. Right? But the one I prefer to use every single time is cookie notice and compliance for GDPR/CCPA. Now CCPA is California something, but it's for the United States, It's for the United States. But GDPR is the general one, which cut across all countries, while CCPA cut across is a compliance service for California Compliance Protection Agency for only California themselves. It doesn't even cover the entire United States, just for California itself. So depending on your target audience per se. So this cookie is what I recommend for them, because they install it, activate it, set it up. It has a very fine user interface. I like it. That's why. Another one that is actually very good is Cookie Information. Free. This one is actually very nice. This one is simpler than this, right? It's simpler than this, right? But everybody will always have their the one that they prefer. Please note something. Every time you are installing a plugin, right, please take note of two things. One, the number of number of people that are using it at the time. Like this plugin says, over 1 million active installs. And also check the ratings. Always note all these things before you install the plugin. Always take note of all of them before you install the plugin. Now this one has quite a large number, actually 10,000, right? But the ratings is not as high as, it's not even as up to this one here. So that's why I usually go with this, and I actually like the way it looks like. So I take note of that and I use it. Okay, that is all about GDPR.